Good afternoon. It is 1 January 2014, so Happy New Year, everyone. Hopefully everyone had a safe and fun-filled New Year's Eve and stayed out of trouble. I didn't really do a whole lot. Hung out with a couple friends, but other than that, made it an early evening and kind of get off the roads or whatever so the drunks can have their way. That's all I did. As far as New Year's resolutions, nothing planned. I just take it as it comes. I work towards whatever I feel I need to work towards, and why make resolutions? You know, only to be broken. So nothing big there. Let's start with the numbers then. Back in July, early July, I weighed 314 pounds. That was at the 2-week pre-op diet. 2 weeks later at surgery, I weighed 198. I'm sorry, 298. Huh, I wish. 298. And as of this past Monday, which every Monday I do a weigh-in, so I'm a couple days late. Sorry about that. But a couple days ago when I weighed in at 201. So that is a total weight loss of 113 pounds in about 6.5 months. So that's fantastic. I am more than pleased with that. I am only a couple pounds away from Wonderland as well. So I know next Monday when I weigh in, I'm sure I'll get that without any problems. So I'll be in Wonderland next Monday. And I'm looking forward to that. That's the first time I've probably been in the ones in a long time. At least from the early 90s, I would say, you know, mid-90s, when I was just a young officer in the Air Force. So anyway, that's only a week away, so I'm looking forward to that. What have I been up to? Not a whole lot, really. Working and just keeping focused on the weight loss and on exercising. As far as exercising goes, I do about an hour a day, every day except Saturday and Sunday. I usually do the treadmill, and I'll alternate jogging and walking on that. I'm kind of conditioning myself. I would like to do a 5K this summer once I reach my goal. And so I'm kind of conditioning myself right now for that. And again, I'll do that for an hour every, 5 days a week. I also do the bike and kind of do the stair stepper as well, or the elliptical, but I usually try to focus on the treadmill. Lifting weights. I do lift weights occasionally. I'd say probably about 20% of the workout is weights. I don't, once I reach my goal, I plan on really getting more into the weights as far as building more muscle mass. I don't want to bulk up by any means. I just want to tone, and I do that to some extent at this point. But again, during this weight loss phase, I really want to focus on the aerobic or cardio. Once I meet my goal, then I could focus more on the building muscle mass. And yes, I have loose skin, and really bulking up whatever is not going to get rid of that loose skin. It may slightly stretch it a little bit, but you're going to have plenty of loose skin where really the only way you're going to get rid of it is through surgery. Working out with weights might mask 10% of it, really. I mean, that's my opinion. I used to work out years ago. When I was in the military, I was a buff stud, I'm sorry to say. But yeah, and so I kind of know what I'm talking about in that respect. But do what you feel like you have to do. It doesn't hurt to work out lifting weights at this point. But again, I wouldn't focus, too much on that. I would focus more on the aerobics and the cardio during this weight loss phase. Once you get to maintenance, then have at it. Work on the weights a little bit more. But that's my opinion. Eating wise, I'm doing fine. Nothing drastic there. I am focusing for the last few months. I've been cooking more in my slow cooker or crock pot. Got a good recipe book for that. And so I make a lot of meals. They're high in protein, somewhat low in carbs, and they're just good and nutritious. A lot of vegetables. There are times when I put meat in there, chicken, whatever, and I portion it out into little Tupperware containers, and I freeze that. Then I freeze what I don't use. I just pop it out when I'm ready for it, throw it in the microwave, and that's it. Easy and quick. And that's the recommendation I have is, and I'm sure you probably heard that too, in order to kind of help you stay focused and help you keep on track, whatever, the easier you can make it for yourselves, the better. And the way I see that for myself is to kind of like pre-plan, you know, the meal. Yeah, I'm not the type that writes down everything as far as, okay, tomorrow I'm going to have, you know, cereal, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. I don't do it. I you know, whatever I do when I wake up in the morning, I think, okay, this is what I feel like eating. I do keep track of what I eat on a daily basis, and I do stick within the 600 to 1,000 calorie range. But as far as what I eat, I just, you know, at any given moment, it's just whatever I feel like in a sense. But I do try to make it nutritious, high in protein, that sort of thing. But I do try to plan the meals out as far as making a, you know, a lot in a crock pot for, say, you know, 7 days worth, you know, freeze it and use it as I need it. So that is a big thing. That's something you might want to look into. It really helps out. Let's see, what else? Other than that, like I said, I'm eating great. I still have some stricture there, or not stricture, but restriction, I should say. I still have some restriction, of course, and you know, I rarely have any kind of like hunger pains, if you will. There are times I don't have cravings so much, but lately, on occasion, I'll feel like, you know, if I eat something, I almost feel like, you know what, that tasted good. Why not have some more? You know, and that's something I you know, haven't really followed up on. You know, once I kind of like, okay, had a little bit more of what I was eating because it was good, but you know, I try to stay away from that. I don't want to, you know, get into bad habits again. And really, this is the time, post-surgery, between now and say a year to a year and a half, this is the time when you really need to start changing bad habits. Start eating better, and focus on what you eat and get rid of those bad habits. This is the time to do it because, you know, down the road, you're going to find that your body's going to want to revert back to the way it was. And if you don't have a grasp on what you're eating, how you're eating, when you're eating, portion size, all that stuff, then you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. So this is the time to do it. Focus on that. Clothes, I think I mentioned before, when I started this journey, I was in a size 50 waist. That's 50. Today I am in a 34. It's a snug 34. In fact, let me move here. These are some jeans, 34 waist. This is a size large shirt, t-shirt, but yeah, size 34 waist. Right there, I'm not showing you my ass, just the waist size. Anyway. So, I am in a 34 waist now, which is the first time in a long time. Again, I said it is snug, so I kind of stick to the 36s right now. And I say the biggest reason for that is I like to have a little bit more room in the waist. And what I do is I conceal carry. I have a license, of course. And so this right here is an in the waistband holster. So it fits inside the waistband, obviously, hence the name. And so that takes up a little bit of room. As you can see, that's kind of thick. That's about probably 1.5 inches thick right there. So that's 1.5 inches that, you know, I wouldn't have, you know, once that's in there, once that's in the holster or in the waistband. So and that hooks right onto the belt. So I do carry that everywhere I go. And so that's why I like to have a little bit looser pants anyway. So, but hey, I'm getting there. You know, I figure I have another 28 pounds to go till I reach my goal. Okay, so as I said, I'm at 201, 2 more pounds to Wonderland, and like I said, a total of 28 pounds to my goal of about 173. And that could fluctuate a little bit here and there. You know, we'll just see where it takes me. But once I do lose that weight, I'll fit in these 34s more than comfortably. So I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I haven't been in that size waist in many, many years. So from a 50 to a 34, not bad for 6.5 months worth of work. But it needs to continue even afterwards. Again, this is not a diet. This is a change of lifestyle here. Okay, this is something that has to stick with you for the rest of your life. Doesn't mean that you can't have goodies now and then, but I would hold off. I mean, at least I do, and I'll be honest with you. My philosophy is, you know, I was a big beer drinker. Loved the beer, but I'll tell you, I've not had a single drop since I started this journey here, and I don't plan on having any until at least I reach maintenance. And because all it is empty calories. You know, anything that you take in, any crap or garbage you take in, it's empty calories. Okay? Now, don't feel like you're being deprived. I mean, believe me, I'm sure, just like me, I'm sure all of you have eaten more than your share of goodies and everything else, you know, that got you fat in the first place. So I'm sure you've eaten 2 or 3 lifetimes worth of fattening foods, whatever. So if you go without for a year till you reach goal, what's the big deal? Okay? But it's just, and it kind of goes back to what I said before. You know, you're going to have to learn new eating habits, break those bad habits, and start eating right now. So it carries you through for the rest of your life. Let's see, what else? As far as people having surgery, I know that there's been a lot of people in the last couple weeks that have had surgery. I do watch a lot of videos, people that I subscribe to and people that I don't. There's a lot out there, and again, in the last 2 weeks, a month, dozens of people have had surgery. And there's people coming up in the very near future that's about to have surgery. So congratulations to all of you that have had surgery. I wish you success with your surgery and with your weight loss for this new year, 2014. And for those about to have surgery, you know, just stick with it. As far as your preparation, the better prepared you are for surgery, the easier it will be post-surgery. So just stick with it. Let's see. You know, one other thing that I'll touch on, I don't want to, you know, beat it to death or anything like that, but I do, as I mentioned, watch a lot of videos like a lot of you do, and, you know, there is a theme out there amongst, you know, many people, not all, of course, so, but, and it seems like, it's almost as like you're not serious about what you're doing, and I'm sorry if this offends some people watching, but, you know, there are people out there that seem like they've only had surgery just to have a quick fix, lose some weight, and continue to garbage down. You know, it's even people that are 1 month post-op, 2 months post-op, I see their videos and they're eating the wrong things. They're, you know, drinking alcohol, they're eating cookies, they're having this, having that, and it just seems like they're taking shortcuts. And that's fine. That's on you. You know, if that's something that you want to do, you're only cheating yourself and you're only fooling yourself. But it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just frustrating when I see stuff like that. And if you're doing that so early post-op, you know, what are you going to be doing 6 months post-op, a year post-op? You know, you're going to be back to exactly to where you were. 3 to 5 years down the road, you're going to be 300, 400 pounds again. You know, so that's why I'm saying, you know, you've got to take hold of it now and be responsible. If you, whatever demons you've got, okay, that got you fat in the first place, whether mommy and daddy didn't love you when you were a kid, whether you're adopted and that's something you just can't handle, whatever it is, you know. And I'm not saying everyone has emotional issues like that. It could just be that, like, you know, you just, I don't know, like to eat or something like that, you know, and that's it. But whatever demons you have gnawing at you, you know what? This is the time now to get some professional help. Don't wait. Don't look at the internet or, you know, the VSG community on YouTube as your web therapy. Okay, yeah, it's great to talk to people. It's great to get some emotional support. You know, say, hey, go get them. You know, we're with you. That's all. That's all and good. Don't get me wrong. But if there are some deep-seated issues, you know, that have gone on in your life for, you know, years or decades, whatever the case may be, you need to sit down with a psychiatrist or psychologist and really get into those issues and find out what's bothering you. Otherwise, you know what? Nothing's going to change for you. Yeah, you'll lose the weight initially, assuming you even hit your goal, but after that, you're going to go into the same old bad habits again. You're going to feel that loneliness, depression, whatever it is that got you there in the first place. It's going to kill you. So that's my recommendation. Is this is the time to tackle it? Okay. Again, that's my rant. That's my soapbox. I'm sorry about that. Just something that I recognize, and I'll guarantee you, I bet you there's a lot of others out there who watch videos that see the same thing but don't say a whole lot about it. So anyway, I think that's where I'll leave it for today. Again, I hope everyone had a good New Year. I hope you have a prosperous and happy, joy-filled weight loss year to come in 2014. And I will probably put out a little quick video when I hit Wonderland next week. Anyway, best to all of you. Take care and have a great day. See ya.